Hello! Today we are reviewing the Heat Level 3 State Muscle Cruiser in Need for Speed World on Sparkserver. This and the AI police vehicles are available to donors who have donated $5 or more. I'm not specifically encouraging you to do that. It's your own choice. And I'm not affiliated with Sparkserver. If you're interested in any of that, go to their Discord. There's an info page that explains more about that and everything included. Moving on. This is, as I've said, the State 3 Muscle Cruiser. Unlike some of the disclaimers I gave about some of the previous vehicles involved, there's no weird, trickery with, oh, well, this car is being used instead of this one, and blah, blah, blah. It's just the Heat Level 3 vehicle that you're used to seeing. Sparkserver uses it. Here it is. In place of that being weird, because it's not, because it just fills its role like it does on any other server, this is where things start getting really strange with some of the AI vehicles, and it will be for different reasons as we go on. It's sort of less functional than, I guess, some of the others and the ones we've covered so far, and we'll get out into free roam, and you'll almost immediately see why, and we'll go through that. It's an interesting design. It is a fictional vehicle that's based on, obviously, I think it's a combination of like a Ford Mustang and a Dodge Challenger. That's pretty clearly where the design cues are coming from in terms of shape. Interesting note, I don't remember if it was in Need for Speed World or not normally, but these wheels almost identically are available in the aftermarket shop, except I think the outer rim stays silver even if you leave it black. Anyway, here it is, and as I'm saying this, I'm just now noticing the mirrors are silver instead of body paint colored. Huh. Moving on, let's get out into the safe house, out of the safe house, because this is where things get weird. You won't be able to hear it so much because I'm talking, and I do have the game's audio fairly low, but the safe house noises have not gone away. And if we start driving, there's no engine noise. Now, take a look at that acceleration. Both just with how the car's moving and the speedometer down there. This thing is fast, and look how badly it handles. It has so much oversteer, it's insane. There's no engine noise. Normally I've done a trick to make the license plate reappear with the other cars, but I haven't with this because it never has a license plate. Now here's where things get even weirder. I have damage turned off, I swear, and now watch. Uh-oh, there's damage. What's that about? What it seems to me, if I can explain this in a way that isn't stupid, is that this is not a standard converted vehicle that has regular function. It is the AI police car. So, even with visual damage turned off, not only does it get damaged visually, you can disable it. Oh, I haven't actually shown the lights work. Siren doesn't work because there's no noises on the vehicle at all. There's no engine noises or anything. I think this is all a byproduct of it being a sort of non-converted AI car that's just been directly made accessible through the shop for donors, as I already disclaimed about. But here, watch. I've got the lights on. I'm not going to turn them off manually, and if we keep crashing into stuff, I'm accelerating. That is the noise of my accelerator. I can't drive, and unfortunately we're stuck under some glitching stuff, but if I camera out of here, the lights turn off, as well as the headlights and the taillights. It actually acts like a disabled car, and the only way to fix this is go into your safe house, come back out, and other than the fact I'm stuck on some scenery, it is back to normal and usable again until you start damaging it up. So it's a weird thing, and it gets stranger. Pull up the performance thingy profile viewer. There are no performance ratings whatsoever. Your total performance value is 0. Hello, random person checking out my police car who's also in a police car, but not an actual police car. Overall, 0, 0, 0, and it doesn't seem to know what it is. I didn't show you here, but if you're in the safe house, it does show it as actually a performance rating, letter of E. So, as we start going into next, let's just choose some random event. Yeah, sure, Downtown Run. It qualifies as a E-Class car when you go to single player. And here it is. There's not even any point in getting perfect start, perfect launch, or whatever, because this car just has infinite acceleration. Even though it's showing gears changing on the speedometer, as you can see, acceleration is one smooth curve, and it never changes. it just smoothly. I mean, I am letting go of the accelerator to turn. I really wouldn't recommend this car for events. It's too easy to get your car damaged and unable to move, and then you have to quit and go to your safe house. And on top of that, it's just turning it is just insane. I've gotten okay at it because I've messed around with it a little bit. I mean, look, I already finished the event pretty much. Gee. So there's that. Yeah, it shows as an e-car, and that's pretty much it with this one. Otherwise, as much as I've sort of complained about and said it has all of those issues, it's other than that normal. Everything looks correct compared to the AI that you actually see driving around, and it's fun in its own right. It's obviously buggier and weird, but gosh, just look at that acceleration. Instantaneous, smooth, perfect acceleration. It's just weird. What I will do for fun, let's try a team escape, and I'm going to see how long I survive until I get booted out. Let's do, I don't know, late departure. I feel like I'm familiar with it enough where I might be able to get some of the way through it without getting too damaged up, because I'll hopefully avoid some of the enemy police cars. One thing I haven't mentioned in this video yet, can't use these in multiplayer, and just as I'm saying that, I'm kind of backpedaling because I feel like I might have actually said it yet. See, look, I'm already getting damaged. Anyway, no multiplayer, but you can definitely do single player and private matches in these AI police cars I've been reviewing and am continuing to. Anyway, I would not recommend these for team escapes at all. I'm absolutely confident I'm not going to get through this entire thing, because it's weak, and it gets fully disabled after about 3 strong impacts, and that's probably number 2. So, pretty much when this is done, we're going to wrap it up. I mean, I've been making the other videos quite long. Well, 10 minutes-ish. But, yeah, it's something. These are weird, and I'm the only thing I can attest to it is they've clearly, just given you the raw AI vehicle instead of any form of conversion to where it's more normally playable. So, I'm getting further than I would have ever expected. I've never actually tried doing a team escape with this before. Again, this isn't in any way to be like arrogant or brag or something. I feel like I'm making this look easier than it is just because I'm used to the turning of this, but gosh, the sensitivity of the steering when you're not used to it, it's just impossible. These are impossible to drive, but I mean, it's better than not owning it. It's still fun for free roam. Go flying around at a bajillion miles an hour and weirding out people in free roam that either don't know you can have this as a donor or just aren't familiar with it. So I'm starting to wonder if I might actually get through this. That would be something. That would be amusing. I feel like it would be a really impressive accomplishment to actually do a team escape in this. One thing I'll give it credit for is that if you kind of work on your skill enough. Oh shoot! Well, I guess that's where we're going to end it. I'll end on this. There's a couple achievements on the server that involve performing events within a bafflingly quick time frame. If you get good enough at steering this, because it's rated as an e-car, it qualifies for pretty much all of those timed events where you're supposed to do some really long event in a short amount of time. This can help get you through that, whereas I'm not really sure how you do it otherwise. I used this car to get through them and get those achievements and everything else. So that's pretty much where it ends off at, and we will see more strange, glitched out police cars that you're able to purchase a donor coming up here soon in the future. Stick around. Goodbye.